Why can't I get anything done anymore? Understanding the real reasons behind your productivity struggles. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Zachy, and today we're diving into something that many of us experience but don't always talk about. So, let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like you just can't get anything done? Like, no matter how hard you try, productivity just isn't happening? Well, you're not alone. Today, we're talking about why you can't seem to be productive anymore. Let's dive in. Okay, first things first. Let's acknowledge that feeling of being stuck. I know it can feel frustrating, especially when you're looking at your to-do list and nothing seems to get crossed off. You probably try your hardest, but the energy isn't there and the motivation feels completely gone. It's a pretty universal feeling that can come out of nowhere, and honestly, it can be quite discouraging. But here's the thing, it's not just about willpower or motivation. Sometimes, no matter how hard we try, the brain just isn't responding the way we want it to. And when this happens, it's easy to feel like we're failing or falling behind, especially when we see others seemingly moving ahead with ease. But trust me, you're not the only one going through this. And it's important to remember that it's okay to not be productive all the time. When we feel stuck, it can be hard to pinpoint exactly why. But it's crucial to acknowledge that the struggle isn't a reflection of who you are as a person. It's more likely that there are external factors at play. So, let's break it down and talk about some of the things that could be going on. Let's talk about depression, which can often be a huge barrier to productivity. I know depression isn't a fun topic to discuss, but it's one that affects so many of us, and it's a big reason why productivity can take a nosedive. Depression doesn't just affect our mood. It can interfere with our ability to focus, make decisions, and even function at a basic level. And here's why. When someone is dealing with depression, their brain chemistry gets out of balance. This imbalance can make it incredibly difficult to concentrate or to feel motivated to do even the most basic tasks. Imagine trying to get out of bed, but it feels like you're carrying the weight of the world with you. That feeling of being stuck, of not having the energy to even start something, is a common experience for people who are struggling with depression. And when it feels like everything is too overwhelming to even try, productivity can feel like an impossible task. And the worst part? Depression often leads to a cycle of self-doubt. If you're not getting things done, you might start questioning your abilities, feeling like you're not enough. This only fuels the cycle, making it harder to break free. But the truth is, when you're dealing with mental health issues, it's not a reflection of your capabilities. It's just part of what you're going through. But depression isn't the only factor that can contribute to feeling unproductive. There are a number of other things that can make it harder to get things done, and they're not always as obvious as depression. One big factor is stress. Stress is an inevitable part of life, but when it's constant, it can be draining. Chronic stress raises the levels of cortisol in your body, which is a hormone that's released when you're feeling stressed. High levels of cortisol can impair brain function, particularly memory and decision-making skills. This makes it harder to focus, and even simple tasks can feel like huge mountains to climb. Stress can also zap your energy, leaving you feeling mentally and physically exhausted, which can make it difficult to be productive. Another big contributor is poor sleep. Sleep is something that many of us don't take as seriously as we should. If you're not getting enough quality sleep, your brain isn't functioning at its best. Sleep is essential for memory consolidation, focus, and cognitive function. If you're not sleeping well, you might feel foggy, tired, and unable to concentrate, all of which can make it harder to get things done. Then there's the issue of self-care. If you're not taking time for yourself, whether it's through exercise, eating well, or simply unwinding, you're going to feel depleted. This depletion affects your mental and physical energy levels. When you're drained, productivity naturally drops. And when you're so caught up in the chaos of everyday life, it's easy to neglect self-care, but doing so only makes it harder to function at your best. It's a bit of a vicious cycle, really. Now that we understand some of the things that can make us feel unproductive, let's talk about what we can do to get out of that slump. Here's the thing. It's okay to not be on top of everything all the time. The key is to take things one step at a time and start small. Trying to tackle everything at once will only make you feel more overwhelmed. Breaking tasks into smaller chunks is one of the best things you can do, Instead of looking at a massive task or project and feeling like you'll never get through it, break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces. That way, you can focus on completing one small task at a time, and with each small win, you'll build momentum. Another effective strategy is to focus on one thing at a time. Multitasking may feel productive in the moment, but often leads to mistakes, confusion, and frustration. By focusing on one task, you'll be able to get your full attention and complete it more efficiently. Also, take regular breaks. When you're feeling drained, trying to push through for hours can make things worse. Instead, take short breaks throughout the day to recharge. It could be as simple as a 5-minute walk, some deep breathing, or a quick stretch. These little breaks can refresh your mind and body, allowing you to come back to your tasks with renewed focus. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. It's so easy to get caught up in self-criticism when we're not being productive. But the truth is, we all have days when we don't get everything done, and that's okay. Progress is progress, even if it's slow. Be gentle with yourself, and understand that productivity ebbs and flows. It doesn't always need to be at 100%. If your lack of productivity is starting to feel like a constant battle, and you find yourself stuck in a cycle of self-doubt, it might be time to reach out for help. There's no shame in seeking support. Whether it's talking to a therapist, consulting a doctor, or just confiding in a friend, getting help can make all the difference. It's also important to recognize when the issue is bigger than just a bad day or week. If you're dealing with feelings of hopelessness, a lack of interest in things that used to excite you, or a general sense of being stuck, it could be a sign of something more significant, like depression. Talking to a professional can help you better understand what you're going through and get the support you need to feel better. At the end of the day, we all go through rough patches, and it's okay to not be on top of everything all the time. The most important thing is to listen to yourself. Take things one step at a time, and remember that it's okay to ask for help when you need it. If this video helped you feel a little less alone in your struggle, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a comment below if you've ever experienced this. Let's talk about it together. And as always, if you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe to @Zakaprat for more videos on mental health, productivity, and personal growth. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to @Zakaprat for more content like this, and don't forget to like and comment with your thoughts below.